We are celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Third World Press founder Haki Madhubuti. And this week has been phenomenal. And we should be so pleased with ourselves that we are supporting what is our history, what our storytellers, our griots, as well as our historians have documented by way of the Third World Press. 50 years of documenting our history and what we have to say about our conditions. Can we give that a round of applause? Yes, yes, indeedy. So, before we move forward, I just think it's really important that we at least acknowledge the importance of the spirit of our ancestors. And we should also not forget how grateful we should be that we're here tonight, that we're not necessarily in direct fire, and that's literally as well as figuratively, in the storms and the whirlwinds of nature and of man. So can we take 10 seconds to just care about those people who are not here and as fortunate as we are, and be grateful for our fortune? 10 seconds. Asante Sana, Asante Sana. I am also very happy to have come, what some people will say, full circle, because I graduated from Kennedy King College. Yes, I did, with a double major in nursing and theater. How about that? That was decades ago. I'm so proud. And I get a chance tonight to, after traveling the world, after visiting the Caribbean islands and the Hawaiian islands and Africa and London and South America, I get a chance to come back and share my experiences with people who are now just coming through KKC. And I get a chance to introduce the president, the current president of Kennedy King. I met him, quite impressed with the brief meeting that we had. So but before I say his name, let us also recognize Dean Eddie Phillips, who will speak to us in a moment. Can you give him a round of applause, please? Dean Eddie Phillips. And a round of applause for the current president, Craig Lynch.
So great to meet Kennedy King graduates, right? When you're just walking around the city, you meet City College students, alumni at all facets of life. They're all super successful, and it really brings a sense of pride, right? It makes me really honored to have an opportunity to lead this institution as we help to really drive the transformation of Inglewood. Good evening. I'm Interim President Craig Lynch, and I want to welcome you all to Kennedy King College. I'm very proud and honored for Kennedy King to host tonight's event celebrating the 50th anniversary of Third World Press, founded by Dr. Haki Madhubuti, who is also a Kennedy King graduate. Now, while many of you know Kennedy King, some of you may not be as familiar with us and what we do here, so I thought I would take this opportunity to share some more information about this college and what makes us a great option for any current and prospective student. Now, we're widely known for our outstanding culinary, hospitality, and construction programs, and rightly so, because those programs give students the education and skills they need to get jobs in growing industries. But did you know that we also have over 114 college courses that are guaranteed to transfer to almost any college in the state through a statewide agreement that we have? Until last year, Kennedy King College also had the highest graduation rate in the district for 3 years in a row, reaching or exceeding the state average. This really speaks to the quality of our education that we provide to students and the fact that we have really committed faculty, staff, and facilities to help students be successful no matter what they want to do in life. But think about that. Not only can we make sure that students are able to pursue their career goals if they want to work right away, but we also ensure that students can pursue their goals to transfer to four-year universities and continue their studies to bachelor's degrees and beyond. The fact is that Kennedy King is a great place for all students, no matter what their goals are. And in fact, community colleges as a whole are seen more and more as viable options for students to start their career journeys. It's a little known fact, but over 40% of all undergraduate students are community college students. And those students also know that it's a really smart choice because students that get their associate's degree can save $30,000 to $40,000 for the cost of their total education. So it's a really smart choice as well as a great choice for them in terms of getting an education that they want. Now, while we are proud of our successes and the value proposition we think we have here at Kennedy King, we know that we have so much more work to do in ensuring that all citizens of Inglewood and all Chicagoans have access to education that allows them to truly thrive in today's competitive economy. I look forward to leading this campus to achieve that vision as we help to really drive the rebirth of Inglewood. One comment often made to me as I work in and around the campus is that we need to engage with the community more, right? I hear a lot about engaging with the community. And I've thought a lot about it. Like, since we are a community college, it makes sense, but what does community engagement really mean? Now, I'm sure it means lots of things to different people, but for sure, one key way to engage with the community is to have thought-provoking and intellectually stimulating discussions, performances, and events around topics that matter. It also includes working with and supporting people and organizations that have been at the forefront of telling our stories, our positive stories, our great stories, our community stories to the world. And Third World Press has certainly been successful at doing that for over 50 years. Give another round of applause. Tonight's event and performance, and really the whole week of events, is a great example of that kind of community engagement. And many of you know this because we've talked about it a couple times, but Third World Press has been at the forefront of publishing the works of super talented Black authors of all genres for over 50 years. So this anniversary is truly, truly a milestone to be celebrated and be proud of. Not many people tell our stories the way we want them to be told. And so for someone to take the lead and really make sure that our stories get out there is really impressive. And lots of people try to emulate the success that Third World Press has had. Now, tonight you will hear from very accomplished and talented performers, Jessica Care Moore, Ugochi, Malcolm London, and a couple of our students. And they all will engage and inspire you. Again, we're so honored to have you here on campus. Hope you have a great night, enjoy the performances, and thank you. So with that, I also want to bring up Dean of Instruction, Eddie Phillips, who's been instrumental in helping to organize Kennedy King's support of the event. He's done a fantastic job of working with everybody to make sure that this comes to life and is the best event possible tonight. So Eddie, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being with us tonight. I echo the sentiments of President Lynch, and congratulations to Dr. Haki and the Third World Press. We're really honored to host tonight's event. I'm just here before you for a brief moment. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all of the amazing faculty and staff and students that are in the audience that have really helped support this event. We have several of our digital photography students in the audience taking photos tonight. Give them a round of applause. We also have several faculty and staff that are kind of scattered inside and outside. Dr. Eric Curry over in the corner there. It's been extremely helpful. Professor Temple Hemphill Chappelle in the back. Our student services team. Again, I just want to say thanks to everyone who really helped put this event together. Certainly it was a collective effort. I take no ownership of doing this. This was really a team effort. getting behind what we thought was a very noteworthy cause to celebrate artistry, to celebrate 50 years of fearless publishing and scholarship and advocating for social justice issues. And so, again, congratulations, Dr. Haki, for what you've done for this community and for, scholarship in general. So we are an institution of learning, and we'd be further remiss if we did not make this an actual student learning activity. So I have the distinct honor of being able to bring forward to you, present to you, two of our own students that are poets, and they're going to come before you today and present a couple of their pieces. And so we're going to bring out first Mr. Brian Thompson. If you can give him a warm round of applause. Brian.
Lou. Lou.
That's all right.
There we go. Hey, how y'all doing today?
What's up, man?
Good?
All right.
Good. Hey, there's one thing I want to talk to y'all about, though. Society. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, I got a lot of people fighting me because their life is reigning in stress and anxiety, all because they need acceptance from society. But society, they hit you quicker than Twister, silent no whisper, giving headshots of liquor. Are you getting the picture? Real talk, society, in many ways, has many corruptions. And as far as corruptions, which causes many interruptions. But one thing society has on many of our youth is something called influence. But I don't want to lecture you all about being yourselves all day because it's going to be like metaphor on metaphor, blah, blah, get a snore. Who was this written for? It's the ones that get ignored. Whole time. I'm just looking at society right now like this whole world because I'm looking at society as why not have world peace? Because every time I look on the news, it's like I'm thinking and I'm walking. Shouldn't have to say this often. I'm not asking you to soften. No more brothers in the coffin. No more families in tears. No more children having fears. No more bashing from our peers. Let's encourage each other here. As a people, we disgrace. Always victims of a race. Why don't we just pick up the pace? Make the world a better place. Ignorance I cannot take. We always make the same mistake. Instead of working together for good, we down each other's moves we make. Minds are getting hollower, walls around us taller, imagination smaller. We need leaders, no more followers. They took the arts and just tore them apart. Shows they have no heart. They don't care for a start. Some people are kings and queens. Some dance, rap, and sing. Listen, boys and girls, don't let them take your wings. Mine's going to swirls. I think I'm about to hurl. Listen, boys and girls, out here's a tough world. As far as school shooters, we the main ones looking for the villains, but it's the main ones sitting under the ceiling. It's the main ones sitting in class chilling. It's the main ones that get to stealing. It's the main ones that get to dealing with your main one with the weird feeling. With your main ones that get to killing. So I spit that knowledge out, leave them healing. Get a closer look. Everyone's a crook. Everyone's a crook. No reason book. They lost belief, selling green leaves, walking down the streets, trying to beat Keith. I blame the staff, only giving half. That's the wrong path. Watch the aftermath. It's a messed up system. Ain't teaching wisdom, teaching Down syndrome, maybe autism. So significant. Stop the ignorance, showing endurance, showing importance. No education means no innovation. Don't believe me, quick demonstration. The ideas we create, the things that we make, all go to show that books innovate. People crash and burn for the things they earn. They'll never learn till it's their turn. So it's our time. Now, as far as underground conspiracies now. I mean, I'm just looking at, I'm literally looking around like, are the cameras my friend or not? It's like, I'm looking at everybody like, I mean, look at my own people, looking at the government, it's like, they have no morals or no principles. They think they are invincible. They corrupt us with subliminals, which makes us look like criminals, surrounding us with liquor stores. What you drinking liquor for? Judging from the news and media, that's what makes us get ignored. We made black. Homicide, which keeps us all locked inside. Notice one thing. Call it black on black genocide. For this one, I don't blame the man. Everyone wants to be a fan. I'm blaming everyone for being faker than their name brands. Kids want to be grown, trying to live on their own. If we don't do something, they'll be afraid of the unknown. No one cares how things are ran. No one sticks it to the man. They just buy accessories while they're counting up our bands. We're not hard to describe. They got us divided up in tribes, making us give bad vibes. If we sell out for a bribe, I'm a little bit tense. I'm a little bit tense right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Super tense. Super tense to a point where I'm like, tense. Peace.
Brian Thompson, everyone. Let's give him a big round of applause. And we have one more student performance for you all. I'm going to bring to the mic Poet.
Let me tell you about where I come from. Let me tell you about where I come from. I come from a place where you got to sell your bus card just to get something to eat. And most you'll make $20, that's $4 for the next 6 days with no income, that's okay. You'll make it until next week, but then you're gonna have to do it all again. I tell everybody that you never know what the future beholds, so you can't help but be scared of it. And if you keep pushing it away, you'll never see what it can do for you or who it'll bring you to. So now I'm gonna let life play me. Play me like I'm Pippi. Yes, Pippi Longstocking, getting ready for the winter and the summertime. Yes, the summertime, because where I come from out here, bodies get dropped like snowflakes, not cold ones, but black ones, and guns get passed out like back rubs to Thanksgiving turkeys, and bullets get passed out like school lunches. So everybody, kids full of lead, and caskets get passed out like prostitutes giving head. How many dead because they were scared of the future? How many scared thinking about what could be different? Stuck. Where I come from, like being on your 12th blunt, eyes closed so you can't see the future because everybody else say that's the best way. But at the end of my day, I just hope to stare at my own slit and say goodbye to the past. Hope to see tomorrow. Just gotta open my eyes to where I come from, Chicago. I'll be like, is anybody there? Is anybody there? I'm cold, I'm scared, and it's been about 7 years since I've seen the light. The last thing I seen was me selling my last 2 bags outside of my hood. It was a stain, so I had to let my guard down, 2 bags for the 15, and they only cost a fin. Work of the devil, I say. With a smile, I walked off, and that was the last thing I saw. I heard 2 shots, so I dropped in. Everything went black. Got shot twice in the head. God, I should have seen that. It was the 3rd of July. The 3rd of July, my birthday, in fact. It was my baby's too. He was turning 1 that day. I was so happy I didn't know what to do. I was only trying to get him something nice. But you know that something nice comes with a price that I never thought that I would have to pay, and I paid it anyway, and everybody walking around like it's okay. I never gangbang, just sold so my mama could keep the bills paid and so my baby would be free, forced to be a grown man at a young age, so I couldn't focus on me, so I focused on living life and love, and I love poetry. If I was alive today, I would be like, life isn't an easy thing to live in Chicago. You wait your time to die, like waiting for the mailman who's 3 days late, and what about that man who knows he be BSing when he goes to the corner, and buy weed from a 10-year-old. See that same 10-year-old pull out his gun and shoot at another baby who's just trying to do the same thing you are. Live life and love life. Why is it called that if we can't live it? Why do we live a life of heartbreak and sorrow? Why can't we be one in the unison, one in the same? Why can't we come together as black people and actually be a minority? Why do we shoot and fight over property that belongs to the government? Why does this happen in neighborhoods where I live? Can you see me now? I want to live. Thank you.